something wrong, please write me about it in comments and I correct it. Okay? Excellent. Today I want to read you a very interesting tale in a pleasant and gentle whisper that will help you relax. This is a fairy tale, Rapunzel. Yes, you know it. Okay, many people know it. So, maybe you close your eyes, relax, and listen my wasp. So, let's start. Okay, okay. This is a book with English tales. Maybe you close your eyes. Okay. This is tale about girl Rapunzel. In one kingdom there lived a husband and his wife. This want to have a child very much. The wife hopes that one day her wish will come true. In other house there's a little room with a little window. They can see beautiful garden with wonderful flowers from this window. But around the garden there's a hard wall and no one can go into the garden. It belonged to an evil witch. One day, wife stands at the window, look into the garden and sees some Rapunzel that grows in the garden. It looks so green and fresh that suddenly she wants to taste it. This fish becomes very strong and pale. Her husband asks her, "What troubles you, my dear wife?" Replies the woman, "If I can't eat some of the Rapunzel that grows in the garden behind our house, I'll die." The man loves his wife very much, so he decides to bring her some Rapunzel. At night comes, he climbs over the wall into the garden. There he picks some green Rapunzel and brings it to his wife. She quickly cooks some tasty salad and eats it. Next day, the evil witch comes to their house. "How dare you come to in my garden?" she says to the man, and pick my green Rapunzel. You will pay for it. When your wife has a baby, give it to me. This is a witch nose. Soon the time comes for the woman to have a baby. The evil witch comes, names the baby Rapunzel, and takes her away. This little Rapunzel. Yeah. 12 years later, the witch shouts Rapunzel into a tower in the forest. There are no doors in the tower, only small window at the top. When the witch wants to get into the tower, she stands near it and shouts, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, wake up, let's down your hair for me. Rapunzel has a beautiful blonde golden hair. When she hears the witch voice, she lets her hair down. The witch climbs up the hair. Some years later, a prince rides his horse through the forest where the tower is. Suddenly, he hears some things. It is so beautiful that he stops his horse and begins to listen. Who's singing? It's Rapunzel. It's our Rapunzel. The prince decides to climb up. He begins to look for the door in the wall of the tower, but he can't find it. He stands behind a tree and waits. Soon a witch comes and begins to shout, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, wake up, let down your hair for me. Rapunzel lets her hair down and the witch climbs up. The next day, after dark, the prince rides in his horse to the tower and shouts, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, wake up, let down your hair for me. Immediately, the hair falls down and the prince climbs up. Rapunzel is scared of him, but he speaks so gently that the girl is not afraid anymore. And when he asks her to marry him, he says yes with joy. This is your hair. This is a prince with his horse. And Rapunzel says, but I don't know how to get down. When you come to visit me next time, bring me silk. I can make a ladder of it. When it is ready, I will climb down. Then you get the window, and when the prince comes and begins to climb up, she unties the hair. The prince falls down on some thorny bushes. He sorts up over his eyes. Since that time, the blind prince wanders around the forest. He eats plant and herbs and cried about the beautiful Rapunzel. But once he hears the beautiful singing again. It is Rapunzel singing. She sees the prince and begins to cry. Two types fall in the prince's eyes and he begins to see again. The prince takes Rapunzel to his kingdom and they live happily there. They are married. Yeah. He is a sad